On today's show, we have NIU and high school football highlights.
We'll find out why Victory Husky got a makeover this season.
And you never know who's going to stop by the Top Shelf Sports desk.
Top Shelf Sports starts right now. Hello, Sports Up fans of DeKalb. We come to you with our third installment of Top Shelf Sports. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paris Buckingham.
And I'm Jordan Ackman. We have a football-heavy show for you today, both college and preps.
That's right, Jordan. And since we're here at NIU, how about we start off with the Huskies?
Hey, that sounds appropriate.
All right. NIU football was on their last stand of their three-game homestand. They had successfully defended the home turf in their first three contests, but the team was humbled by its history versus Central Michigan. Lowell Senior Class Award nominee Jake Kaufman leads the troops to battle. It's Chippewa's receiver Kito Pobluk who carries NIU corner Tommy Davis for a piggyback ride, but Patrick George shuts down the ride. This time Davis gets the better of CMU when he recovers the fumble caused by Alex Kuba. Michael Klimowski will attempt a 51-yard field goal here with the wind at his back, but this time he is wide right. Chandler Harnish is working the corner route on our next play, but he overthrows Nathan Palmer. The Huskies would have to settle for a Klimowski field goal. Now the Chippewas are in the red zone, and Ryan Radcliffe finds Pobla, who finds his way into the picture for the glory. Central Michigan at the end of the half. It's Tyrone Clark who saves the 9-7 lead. To the second half where the Huskies discovered their mojo. NIU's Cameron Bell finds a crack and burst for a big gain. Bell rushed for a total of 85 yards in the second half. Chandler Harnish it's Chad Spann running to the land of 6. ROTC, they show off their muscle to celebrate the score. The D gets back into the turnover sweepstakes after Kyrie Daniels tips the pass and Chris Smith is Johnny on the spot. C-SPAN puts the finishing touchdown on the Huskies' 5th straight victory.
The following week, the Huskies took on another MAC opponent from the state of Michigan. This time, they traveled to Kalamazoo to do battle with Western Michigan. Before the game got started, Coach Kill stalked the sidelines, ready for the action to get started. Chandler Harnish scans the field, sees no one open, and takes it himself with a nice block from Chad Spann. C-SPAN then gets involved with a cutback and then a score. Harnish was not done yet. He finds Nathan Palmer open on this slant route for the first of his 2 touchdown passes. Here's Harnish again, dropping back, and he throws up a jump ball, confident that his man Will Clark will come down with the pass in the end zone. Clark's catch got the lead, but here's Palmer again, this time for the 2-point conversion to take the lead late. Senior Jake Kaufman will then seal the game in the 4th quarter after he intercepts this Western Michigan pass. He would then go on to win the MAC Defensive Player of the Week. Huskies keep their winning streak alive after beating the Broncos 28-21. Mid-American Conference rushing leader Chad Spann joins us now, and you guys had a big win in Kalamazoo last weekend, but the bigger milestone for you was reaching the 1,000-yard mark. What does that mean to you?
It definitely means a lot. Puts my name up there with some, great tradition running backs, with LaShawn Johnson, Michael Turner, Garrett Wolf, and, it's just really an honor.
Okay, now you came in as a walk-on. Can you kind of describe how it feels now, especially after reaching that milestone?
It was definitely a journey, coming in, like you said, as a walk-on. I had to work my way into getting a scholarship, 2 weeks into camp that year, and just earning playing time and making my way up the depth chart to where I am now. It's definitely been a long journey. It's been a fun road, and it's almost over. So it's been fun.
Okay, well, let's get back to the field. Now, you're the leader in touchdowns, average yards per carry, and total yards, but someone has a little bit better average per carry. Do you know who that is?
It's Chandler Harnish.
Yeah, it is Chandler Harnish. Do you guys have a friendly rivalry going on in the locker room?
Oh, absolutely. We talk about it all the time when he beats me rushing, and I make fun of him because he might outrun his passing yards. So I make fun of him a lot, but we go back and forth about it all the time.
So do you think that you could be doing the passing too?
I suggest it to our coaches every week.
All right, now Toledo's coming tomorrow to Husky Stadium. It's a big game. You guys are the only two undefeated teams left in the MAC. Have you guys been practicing or doing anything different to go up against that the Toledo defense?
I don't think so. You know, we look at it like it's a regular team. You know, the same as everyone else, and we just want to go in and produce like we have been the last couple of weeks.
Okay. Well, we definitely want to thank you for coming in today, and good luck tomorrow against the Toledo Rockets. We're looking for a big victory.
Appreciate it.
All right. We know the biggest Husky will be in attendance, and if you haven't noticed, he looks a little different. This is a story of how Victor E. Husky got a makeover before the season started, narrated by Top Shelf reporter Edgar Ramirez.
The life of a mascot is harder than you think. Just ask Ohio State's Brutus Buckeye, who was tackled by Ohio University's Rufus as he brought his own team onto the field. The student dressed up as Rufus wasn't even a student at the university, and the only reason he was a mascot was to take down Brutus Buckeye. The NIU Athletic Department is making sure this doesn't happen to their mascot. Victor E. has gotten a new look.
Quite frankly, you're looking a little husky. But not that kind of husky. You see, I think it's time for you to get in shape. I need you back bigger, faster, stronger for this season. I think it's time for a mascot makeover.
The new Victor E. was finally revealed at the first home game this year. This video made by the NIU Media Relations Office shows the workout sessions that Victor E. was put through in order to get this makeover. But all this did not come without a price. Roughly $7,000 is what it ended up costing to make these upgrades. Upgrades that were more than needed, Ryan says.
So it was 7 years old. It was totally worn out, so we were in the need of a new look, and we wanted to get a new costume.
But the people benefiting from these improvements the most, other than Victor E., are people like Yaneli, who have to put on Victor E. and deal with the harsh environments that they are presented.
New one of the old one, besides the smell, the bulkiness, the non-breathability.
The new Victor E. definitely looks bigger, faster, stronger, and especially more expensive. But as long as Victor E. doesn't get tackled by Rufus, it will be money well spent. For NTC News, I'm Edgar Ramirez.
Victor E.'s new look may be the reason for the Huskies' strong showing in many different sports this season. Besides football, NIU has dominated volleyball and has been competitive in both men's and women's soccer.
Coming up, Preps football is the topic of discussion, and another special guest sits down at the Top Shelf desk. Stick around, you're watching Top Shelf Sports.
Welcome back. While NIU is having an excellent season, they are not the only football story in DeKalb County.
Oh, that's right, Jordan. Sycamore finished their season on a high note, but it was more than just the status quo for the Barbs from DHS. DeKalb High School has not witnessed the Barbs play postseason football since 1989. In order to reach the playoffs, the Barbs needed to win 2 games in a row. They were successful in their first game, but to get to the playoffs, they'd have to go through Rochelle. The Barbs rolled west on Route 38 to take on Rochelle, and Dalton Waddy couldn't wait to punch it in for 6. The extra point was blocked, but Rochelle QB Nick Moore wouldn't waste any time. Moore strikes back with a connection to CJ Navarro for 6 of his own. But remember, no celebrating, kids. This is high school football. Rochelle takes the 7-6 early lead. Junior Brian Sisler takes the quarterback keeper, and the sideline is the 12th man on the field. Sisler wouldn't be denied, and 2 plays later, Sisler sizzles his way into the end zone. Devontae Ragsdale turns the corner, and he runs his way to the land of 6. Rochelle tries a fake punt a la Michigan State, but Troy Talaga sniffs out the Spartan mockery. Talaga plays the guessing game, and 6 was the correct answer. The Barbs next are trying to build on that 21-point lead heading into halftime, but Logan Sutton traps Brian Sisler for the sack. Moving into the third, Sisler pitches to Waddy, who patiently sets up the block and stretches into the hot zone once again. DeKalb moves on 38-7.
Sycamore lost a tough game to Caneland in Week 8. That loss was their first of the season, and Kalen was able to stay undefeated with the win over the Spartans. Would Sycamore be able to get back to their winning ways in the last week of the season? Let's find out. Sycamore kicks off the regular season finale against Yorkville, but senior Eric Ray will step in front of this Yorkville receiver and almost take it to the house. Tommy Nice does a nice job of clearing the hole and escapes to add on 6 more. The Spartan D will add to the pummeling. Ryan Hafner tips the pass, and senior Daryl Mayweathers is the king of cheers. Mayweathers was also homecoming king a few weeks ago. Sycamore finished the season 8-1, good enough for a number 3 seed in the Class 5A state playoffs. Now we take you to playoff action, where we start off with a defensive stop by the Spartans. On their first play from scrimmage, the Psychos score in just 7 seconds after a TD pass from Ryan Bartles to Jordan Kalk. That is just how the night would go for both teams. Later, Bartles is at it again, but this time he uses his legs. This is the difference between Lakes and Sycamore. The Spartans could run it, and the Eagles could not. That long run would set up this play-action pass from Bartel to running back Tommy Not So Nice. Number 9 would hold on to the ball even after the big hit. And just when things looked like they were going the Eagles' way, the Zebras call back this pick 6 because the defender caught the ball while his knee was down. Sycamore wins 36-3. Next up, number 6 Montini at home.